What's up, everybody? It's me, Grimace. You're watching The Bespoke Woodsman, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 10 essentials. 10 essentials are basically 10 systems. It's not 10 specific items, it's 10 systems that you need anytime you go on an outdoor adventure to protect you in case something goes wrong. If you're going to be out less than an hour, probably not a big deal, but I still like to take them personally. That said, if you're going to be out for over an hour, really even, you should take the 10 essentials. This is just in case something goes wrong, you get off trail, something you have to stay longer than you want to. You should be prepared. Better to have them than not to have them. The first essential we're going to talk about is navigation. Maybe a GPS, but I like to have a paper map and a compass. And these don't count unless you know how to use them, so you should train yourself on how to use a map and compass. The second essential is illumination. That can mean a headlamp, that can mean a flashlight. Completely up to you. I like to carry just a real light headlamp in my day pack. Nothing extraordinary, just if something goes wrong, I've got it there. For that reason, I like to have something that has a long battery life that doesn't use up a lot of charge, because then as it's sitting in my bag over time, not really getting used, it's not going to fail me when I need it. I still check my batteries before every day hike, but if I miss one or two, then it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. The third essential is sun protection. Sun protection doesn't just mean sunblock, which is the obvious and which you should wear and which I'm really bad about wearing. But it also means sun protective clothing, including a hat. Something with a wide brim, UPF 50 clothing, sun shirt, those are all super useful. And don't forget sunglasses also. Even though I wear prescription glasses, I have hiking sunglasses that I take along just to protect myself, not just from the sun, but from snow also. The fourth essential is a good first aid kit. Make sure that in addition to your first aid kit, you're carrying insect repellent. Lots of diseases and illnesses are carried by bugs and get into your blood system when they bite or sting you. If you can prevent them from doing that in the first place with insect repellent, you'll be way better off. The other thing you should consider in your first aid kit is foot care. Whatever that means to you, whether that's toenail clippers, whether that's something to clean your feet with, whether that's some blister tape, something like that keep your feet clean and fresh and blister free. It's really going to help you out in the long run. The fifth essential is a knife and a repair kit for your gear. The knife can be a multi-tool. The repair kit should include duct tape. It should include fabric tape, anything that you need to repair holes in your gear, any patches, anything like that. You can have cordage, you can have needle and thread, anything that's going to help you in case there's a gear failure. The sixth essential is fire. If you're stuck overnight somewhere and you get cold or you get wet or you get separated and you need to start a signal fire, you need to warm yourself up, maybe you even need to cook food, you're going to want some sort of fire. I like to have a backup on this, so I like to carry a mini big lighter and a striker with tinder. That's important too. You can include a stove if you want to be able to cook in case something happens. You don't have to. I usually just bring food, and we'll talk about that in a minute, that is non-cook, but that's completely up to you. The seventh essential is a shelter. Whatever that means to you. If that's a hammock, if that's a bivvy, if that's a tent, I like to carry just a small emergency bivouac. Some people just carry one of those thermal blankets. Something that will keep you warm in case you have to spend the night on a mountain or in the wilderness where the weather can shift. Maybe you get wet, something like that. Something that can keep you warm and protected from the elements. So that could be a tarp, that can be a bivvy, that could be a tent, that could be any of a number of things. But you want to make sure you have one. The eighth essential, extra food. Food in excess of the minimum amount you need. I like to take an extra half day's food in case I have to have one meal outdoors. Even if you're going on a long day hike, you might think, oh, I don't take any food, but you should. And here's why. What if you roll your ankle? What if you can't get back in time? What if you have to stay the night out in the wilderness and you have no food at all, or you just brought an orange or a quick lunch or something? You should be prepared in case you have to stay overnight, whether that's real food, whether that's some sort of meal replacement, some sort of MRE, some sort of granola or power bar, or Cliff Bar, something like that. Something that can at least sustain you and give you the calories you need in case something goes wrong. The ninth essential is extra water. Water in excess of the bare minimum. I'm pretty guilty, and a lot of backpackers are pretty guilty of really like running right against the line as far as water carry goes. But I usually have at least a liter on me, and I don't need a liter all the time. It's helpful, but I don't necessarily need it. If you can carry 2 liters or 4 liters, especially on a day hike where you don't necessarily have to worry so much about weight, carry that extra water. That way, if you're stuck out in the wilderness, you do have water with you. You can use it to clean wounds. You can use it for any of a number of things. Water obviously is very, very useful, but make sure that your hydration is intact. I also highly recommend filtration, purification. So I recommend having some way to clean the water just in case something goes wrong and you don't have access to clean water. So I like to take a backup. So sometimes I'll take like a Life Straw or my Grail purifier, and then also some Aqua Tabs as a backup. The 10th essential is clothing in excess of the minimum. You're going to want to make sure you have a rain shell in case the weather changes. You're going to probably want a beanie or something just in case body heat is escaping your head. Maybe gloves. I don't usually carry them, but that might be something that you should have. Maybe an extra layer, a jacket or something in case you have to spend the night overnight when you did not mean to. Again, these are for emergency situations, so just be prepared. So those are the 10 essentials. This is a list that was started by a Seattle-based group called the Mountaineers. They're still active, they're still doing it. The list has evolved into these sorts of systems, so it's no longer 10 individual items that you'll be taking with you, but this will protect you against any sort of bad backwoods scenario, or even again on a day hike where something goes wrong. This will protect you. I personally have run into hikers in the backcountry who had gone out for a simple day hike. I ran into 2 college girls a few years ago who had just gone to see a very popular waterfall. It was a really popular day hike. They'd gotten off trail somehow and they had to spend the night, and they were not prepared, and I had to hike them out. It could have been a lot worse for those girls, but this will help you in case something like that comes up. I'm Grimace. This is the Bespoke Woodsman. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. It's obviously a new channel. I'm trying to find out what you guys want, what you guys like. I'm trying to fill sort of a niche that I have not seen in YouTube backpacking channels. In the meantime, if you like backpacking, if you like backpacking gear, if you like hiking, click subscribe, click the notification bell. I'm trying to grow this channel. I think that there's some really good stuff we can do here, and I'm really looking forward to continuing this journey. Hope you can come with. Let's do this again sometime.